Okay, so one of our requirements was to restrict access to certain contacts. So let's say, for instance, you had a celebrity and you wanted to only allow certain people to view that contact. So we have made some functionality so that way that people of certain profiles can hide or show different contacts. So if you go, when you're logged in as yourself and you go to Setup and then Personal Information, you can see your profile. So all users with a PSI Celebrity profile are able to make contacts private or public. And I'm going to walk you through that process right now. So I'm logged in as Colleen, and she is going to create a new contact. And okay, so we'll hit new contact here, and we'll enter my name, Jeff Douglas. Not only is it me, but I also share the name with a famous Canadian. So okay, so I created my new contact, Jeff Douglas. And when it creates the record, you'll see that the person who created it, Colleen, is the contact owner. And that'll become very important in a second here. By default, when you create a contact, it's shared with everybody in the organization. So all users at PSI can see this contact and edit it. You'll notice when you hit the sharing button, you'll see that Colleen has full access and that all internal users have read-write access also. So now let's say that Colleen wants to make this contact private, so that only way not everybody can see this contact. So there's a little checkbox right here. You can put your mouse over this little question mark and see the details on it. So when she checks this in this box for make private and saves the record, it's going to mark the contact as private. That way only certain people will be able to see this record. Now by default, if you look at the sharing, she's the only one that currently has access to this contact. So what happens if she wants to actually share it with another group of people or another user? Well, she is the only person who can actually determine the sharing for this contact since she's the current owner. So since she owns it, she can go ahead and hit the sharing button and she can say, well, I want to share this contact with a different group of people. I want to share it with the CM private group. You can find different groups or roles or people to share this individual record with, but for right now we're just going to share it with this group, CM private. So I select the group, I hit the arrow and it moves the group over. I can also determine, do I want this group of people to have read-only access to the record, or should they be able to make changes to this record, actually make read-write changes to this record. So now when I save that, it's going to add a new record entry into here, and so that this record is editable by everybody in the CM private group. So whoever's currently in that group will be able to make changes to this record. So now if I go back, I can see this checked. And now so how does that work with other users who are not in that group? So if I log out here now, let's say I'm going to log in as Bethany. So I'll log in as Bethany, and now I'll search for the same contact. I won't be able to see that contact at all. Since she has no access to that contact, it's not going to show up for her at all. If she gets the link for some reason, she clicks on it, it'll tell her no access, but to her it'll look like it doesn't even exist in the org at all. So that is the sharing model.